Well, I'm sending this video back to you and just saying thank you for the three drawings that you sent me and the picture. I asked you to talk to me about integrity. How's it played out in your life? And you did something very unique. I would even say a little bit strange that you sent me three drawings and you sent me a picture. And at first I didn't quite understand why you sent that to me. I have to tell you that I thought you were maybe just too busy to really kind of explain it, or you didn't quite understand what I was saying. I wasn't quite sure, but now I get it. And so the first picture that you sent me this picture or this drawing of a man who's in his backyard, or it looks like a backyard, and you know, he's got this fire going, and when you look closely in this fire, you see, you know, old tapes and DVDs and so forth. And at first I didn't quite understand what was going on with it, but then I realized, you know, that I'm a married man, and as a married man, that there's just certain things that I shouldn't be watching as a married man. There's certain shows I shouldn't be viewing, and that really hit home for me, man. And I want to thank you for that. And then I look at the second drawing that you put together, and it's a drawing of a man. Looks like he's in an office setting, and he's got his head down, but he's smiling. He's got a guy next to him, and this guy next to him, you know, he looks like he's receiving some kind of applause or some kind of award or some kind of achievement that he just received. And I didn't really know what was going on there, because I didn't know if it was on the guy or if it was on the person. But then it hit home for me that recently I just went through the same situation. It was a work-related situation where I'm in the office. A guy who was actually next to me received a reward for reaching a certain goal in our office. But the problem was that I know the kind of business that he was doing, and it really wasn't ethical. It really wasn't on the up and up. And at that moment in time, I realized I'm the guy in the picture who's got his head down, but he's smiling. And what it told me was that private victory was more important than public applause. That I would rather have my conscience be free than receive a trophy from the public. And so thank you for that. Then the third one was a picture, and here's I assume to be a guy or a father who's hugging his son and his daughter in this picture, but he's on his knees, and it looks like he's looking up to him, like he's apologizing somehow, just by the expression on his face, by the way they look. And that really said something to me in regards to, here's a man who's willing to humble himself to the point to say that I rather do what's right than always try to be right. And that really spoke to me, because I know that in most cases, in most situations, I'm fighting to try to be right, but my real aim should be always doing what's right in that cause. And so I even remember a quote that you had shared with me. You said, "Lawrence, always applaud the man who's right, but give a standing ovation to the man who's willing to apologize and a man who's willing to forgive. Because that man displays more character than a man who focuses on being right." And so I want to thank you for that. And so I'm looking at these drawings. I'm like, okay, they unfolded in my life. I get it. It makes sense. And then I see this picture. And I see this picture with you and a group of men. You guys look like friends, and you guys are smiling and so forth. And I didn't quite know how to take it and so forth. And then it didn't hit me until I got into a group of men that are, I would consider, high caliber kind of men, men of achievement, but men of character, men of integrity, that, you know, honor their wives, want to do more for their community and to leave a legacy for future generations. And what it told me was that I can't do this by myself. I can't do this alone. that if I try to do this alone, I'm going to fail. I'll fail in every area. But if I've got a group of men that I can be an open book and I can do this with them, that I've got a great chance of succeeding in all three of those areas. And so I want to thank you for that, realizing that I may be able to run faster by myself, but I run further with a team. And I appreciate it, and I realize that you're on my team. And so I salute you for that, and I want to thank you again.